All right, well, welcome back. Here we
Yeah.
are. And let's see who's joining
Where do
us
we
today.
look on this one?
Well, you see where it says live?
Right there.
Yes,
Okay.
that's where we look. Okay, Vera, let's see who is joining us
Okay.
in our fabulous soul tribe today.
We don't have any bells and whistles today because our TAC
Yes.
is taking a little vacation, a well-deserved.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. We love our tack.
Hi, Nana.
And we always miss him, of course.
Of course.
Yay. We
So
love
we're going to
you.
get the plain old Vera and Chrissy
Yeah.
this time instead of all the fun stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. So it's been a very wet week.
Oh my goodness.
You guys, seriously, we're like it's underwater over here in California.
We've got a little pond in the back.
Yes, all our parks
Oh
too
yeah.
around
But
our
I'm talking about
house.
our backyard. Oh my gosh.
So we're gonna get
Hi,
our
Eric,
canoe
Lori,
and our raft.
Rose. Wrong side.
Yeah. and
Alma.
and row across the fjord
Princess.
to get to the other side of our yard.
Yes.
Yeah. So very wet, very wet. Hopefully you are all staying safe
Yes.
right now, and always, of course. Okay. So the other thing that happened this week that we wanted to talk about today was Lisa Marie
That
Presley.
just happened.
I know.
Yeah.
She was just
We were going
at
to talk
the-
about dreams.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And she was just at the awards this week.
Yeah.
So we all
Golden
just
Globes.
saw her. Exactly.
Yeah.
And so if you haven't heard, she passed away. Hello.
Yay, team.
Our bringer of goodness.
You can put it right there.
AKA Vera's husband, John.
Yay, John.
All right, yeah.
I think that's, you want to take Mary
But
first?
yeah, so of course, we wanted to
Here, wait.
talk a little bit about if there was a past life of that Lisa Marie had that was standing out to Vera.
Yeah.
And it was really fascinating because this is somebody that I kind of wanted to know about for a long time and we never did talk about.
Yeah, well, we really don't. Well, I didn't really know that much about.
Elvis?
Well, not Elvis. Everybody knows about Elvis, but not that much about Lisa Marie or.
Right, and that's what I meant. I was
Yeah.
always interested about a past life with Elvis because we've had a lot of people who
Oh.
were his fans ask about him.
Right.
And so when Vera got the past life on Lisa Marie, she also picked up on Elvis as well. So it's going
Yes.
to be really
Yeah.
interesting to hear about this past life.
Right. And only because one of our soul tribers called and let me know that I didn't know that she had passed, and she's the one that, let me know that she did because she was very upset and she couldn't understand why she was so upset, you know?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then come to find out she had a past life with them as well.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you just never know.
Just like with me with Steve Irwin, like when I found out he died, I just cried and cried, and I've never done that before.
It's so interesting, isn't it, Vera? Because you've been doing these sessions for a long time with people. I'm talking about past life regressions, and you've had so many people say, "Well, how can I be somebody that's related to this famous person?" But we've all shared a lot of past lives. We all had these
All different
affinities
kinds.
for certain individuals.
Right.
We had past lives. I'm not just saying us. All of us have had past lives as royalty, as leaders, as in poverty.
yeah.
So it's all over the spectrum. So just because somebody's famous in this life, they could have been a street beggar in their last life.
Exactly.
So why
Exactly.
not you?
Yeah.
Like you said many times to your clients. Okay, what's everybody
Aw.
saying?
Lori said the only person she ever cried was for Beth Chapman.
Oh.
Yeah.
I remember when Elvis died too.
Yeah.
It was in the 70s. I was a little girl. I just happened to be standing in a liquor store. It was on the TV and everything.
Yeah.
Do you remember when?
Not really.
Not really.
Yeah.
You were
My
like
mom. Well, I was older than you, of course, but my mom just loved him.
Oh.
She went and saw him in Las Vegas.
Did she?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's kind of
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah,
actually.
it is cool.
Wow. Hi, Purple Blaze.
Yeah.
All right.
See, so you guys probably had past lives with all of those people.
See? Mm-hmm.
Well, I think everybody cried about Princess Diana. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I did. You know, because she was such her soul was so amazing.
She was
She
just
was,
a beautiful spirit,
yeah.
and just watching her with the children and all the people
And
she
not
was
even just the
helped.
children. That one time that she was driving down a road, and she saw this woman. I get apparently there was something had gone on, like a war or something, and they were driving, and it was I forgot what country it was, but she saw this woman on the road crying, and so she made them
Oh.
stop. And before they even stopped, she got out of the car. I mean, she jumped out of the car
Oh.
and went over to her and was hugging her. And you can see it wasn't fake. You could see that she truly was looking in the lady's eyes and,
Oh,
holding her
that's-
face.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It was amazing.
That is so
Yeah.
touching. How sweet, you
Yeah.
know? I mean, the loss, the devastation of wartime. And to be there for somebody that she
Yeah.
didn't even know is amazing,
Yeah.
Beautiful example of her beautiful spirit, her kindness.
Yeah. Oh, she got his scarf. That's very cool.
Oh, that is neat.
Yeah.
Okay, so Vera,
Yeah.
do you want to share? Oh, I should also remind everybody just really super fast that we have super chat. So just in case if you
Yeah.
have a past life birthmark question or a different type of question for Vera, you can ask her through our super chat. So,
Yeah.
okay,
That was
Vera.
sad too, Elma.
What
George
happened?
Floyd. That was sad.
Oh, I know it.
Yeah.
And you got a past life.
Hey, New
on
York.
the gal
Colorful foresight. I like that.
that videotaped. We have a video if you wanted to see
She was
that.
amazing too, because if it wasn't
Yes.
for her,
I
we would
know
not
it.
know anything.
Exactly. Hi, Sammy. All right.
Yeah. Hi, Sam.
Mr. Spock as my hero.
Yeah.
Oh, I like him too. Oh, who don't show my got it. Not showing emotions.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's amazing how different things cause different people to
Right.
really feel that.
It's really interesting because I've looked back like on my own life and what stories have stuck with me, and it's fascinating because even if not in this life, sometimes it'll be from a past life
Right.
that we might have gone through something or we watched something that was similar and it just resonates.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And it'll remind you of something too that you
Right.
maybe did not realize.
Yeah.
Remember when we were in the living room at Sylvia's condo? Poor John.
Oh
But
my gosh.
I don't want to bring up what I said, but
Well, no,
I brought
but
up
you,
like
it was
a
buried,
trauma.
It was a buried memory.
yeah, it was very traumatic. And I said it matter of factly because, once you start doing regressions and things, you have to be, in the, I call it like the intellect,
the
because
intellect.
you can't get emotionally involved because then you can't help your client if you're bawling and all that stuff.
Right.
So I just said, oh my gosh, I just now remembered blah, blah, blah. And then Chrissy was going, oh yeah. And then John Ammon is like going, he didn't know what to do. Like,
I
where's the
know,
exit?
yeah. Oh my gosh, I remember that.
Yeah, I remember. I'll never forget the look on his face. And I'm like going, it's okay. I'm okay.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
heavy.
Yeah.
But it was great how you remembered it and you were in the intellect.
Right.
And that's a good mini lesson or a good
Right.
example for
I
all
was
of us.
ready. I was ready to
Yeah.
remember. Yes.
Yeah, you might not have been ready
That's
for that
the
to
guardianship of the mind that I tell you guys about. Mother and Father
Yeah.
God protecting you.
and maybe before then you weren't ready for that to bubble up to the surface yet.
Yeah.
Like
not
the
yet.
cork,
Yep.
that you talk about from our past lives. And what Vera just brought up is a very good point that we all have
Yeah.
the emotion and the intellect within us. And we, want to balance that. But sometimes in a case like that, especially when you're trying to help somebody else,
Right.
or if you
Right.
want to look at a situation that you've experienced and you don't want to let it consume your emotions, be
Exactly.
above it.
Mhm.
That's where we want to focus on being in the intellect.
Exactly.
Great point.
No, Lori, I haven't watched. Have you heard of Soul Crossing?
No, not yet.
I'm gonna have to look it up with Cash Peters. No, not yet, but we'll look it up.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So, Vera, do you want to share what the
Oh, what I
past
picked up?
life? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not funny. I don't know why I laughed. But what I picked up is, I don't know, I know it was, I can't really get a date, but I know it was late 1800s, maybe early 1900s. But it was Elvis and Lisa Marie. They were brother and sister, but they were black.
Got
They
you.
were black, but the father was never around. They never knew who their father was, and the mother was there, like working her ass off, trying to get food on the table because there was a lot of children, and that's where Jenny comes in.
Oh,
She was Bert,
that's
you guys, I'm so sorry.
Jenny is the soul driver
Yeah.
that was asking.
Yeah,
When talking to Vera
because
about
she was
it.
so upset. Yeah, so she was one of the siblings.
Oh
there.
wow!
Yeah, but
see?
Lisa Marie was the oldest
She
of the siblings.
Oh.
Yeah, and they would like entertain the little ones by singing, and then that's how they got in. Elvis was just like amazing, and so he just started singing for money, to get money for food. So he would go to the bars, and he was young. He was maybe like 11 or
Wow.
something.
Oh
I mean,
my
he was very
gosh.
young, and he was so
Oh.
good that they would have him keep coming back, and
my
then so she was
gosh.
savvy, and she started being his manager and stuff.
Mhm.
So then he was able to they were able to go to different bars and stuff and perform for people. But of course it was segregated
back then.
back then, yeah.
And you were saying that the part of the country was in the South.
It was in the South, definitely, yeah,
And
yeah,
the
yeah.
type of music that he was singing
Was soul music, bluesy, yeah.
blues.
Yeah, but they would sing, the mother was very how do I say it? She was very religious. So they would sing gospel,
Oh,
yeah,
really?
at home. But then Nicolas Cage had that life too. He was in that past life, but he wasn't a sibling or anything. But he was a poor kid. But he was white, but he lived in that area because they were so poor. So he would always hang around with all the kids and stuff. But he loved Elvis. I mean, music, talent-wise.
In that lifetime.
In that lifetime, he was like passionate. He just couldn't get enough of it. He would follow him around to whatever bar he was at, and either because he would try to get in, but if he got kicked out, he would peek in the window, kind of thing. Yeah, and I didn't know he was that obsessed with Elvis in this life.
Yes.
Chrissy was reading about him,
and
before we got on.
He even played an actor. I mean, he's an actor, obviously, but he even played a part in a movie about a man who was obsessed with Elvis.
Yeah.
So he's like totally obsessed.
I didn't even know that.
In fact, and Vera told me this, you told me this, he actually married Elvis's daughter.
Yeah, I knew that.
Lisa Marie.
Yeah.
Because he was obsessed with Elvis.
Yeah.
And it didn't
Didn't
last
last.
long. It lasted
Yeah.
like 4 months or something like that,
Well,
or 3.5 months.
The divorce was final,
In that amount of time.
so they
it
weren't
was even
together that long.
less.
Yeah.
But that's because you were saying that she realized
Oh, yeah.
that that's why he actually married her.
And that was the problem in this life, because how did she know? Were they really into her, or were they into her father?
Father, yeah.
Or the
The money,
Yeah.
exactly.
So what happened though was whenever Elvis started getting more popular, Cage would drive him around, but he didn't even have a license.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he would
Oh
drive
my
them. Yeah,
gosh.
he would drive them around to different bars and stuff. Yeah, so that was his contribution so that he could be around.
Because you were saying too that he became a band. Like he had a band with him, so that he was driving the whole band. around.
Around, yeah.
But that's so neat how he got in that way.
Yeah.
He found a way to do it.
And stayed with them. And I don't really, I mean, that was as far as I saw. I don't know, I don't think Elvis lasted that long because
in that
of,
life too.
yeah. Well,
Oh.
yeah. Because, I mean, he started getting more popular and it wasn't a good
And
thing.
some
Yeah.
group
Didn't like it.
of people
Yeah.
didn't like that.
Yeah. So that was one of the things
Wow.
too. Yeah.
Wow.
So see, Jenny, that's why you were so attached, and really close to Lisa Marie. I mean, yeah.
Because Lisa Marie almost became, because you were saying she worked so hard to find food for the kids.
Right.
I don't know what happened to the mother. Was she still in the picture?
I don't know if she just died and
Yeah.
couldn't, because she would go off and do domestic, but she had to be in the house kind of
Oh,
thing,
that's
and then
hard,
she would
yeah.
like bring food home and stuff like that. But
Wow.
I guess I don't know what happened to her.
Mhm.
She just didn't make it. Yeah. So then Lisa Marie had to go out and get food. But the way that the community was at that time is when they knew somebody was hurting, they all gathered and helped each other.
And that was a lot of, because you said there was a lot of kids
There was a lot
in
of
that
kids.
family.
Yeah.
Wow. What a
yeah.
story.
Hey, Jackie.
And we saw Zeri up there.
Oh, Zeri's here.
Yes,
All
he
right.
is. And Jackie was saying that she can't do the super chat. She's going to do it a different way, but she has her question here. So I didn't know if you wanted to. We can capture that question for next Saturday.
Okay, we will do that.
Okay, it's a
Okay,
deal.
Sammy, be sure to write it down.
All right, it's a deal.
Oh, so your dog. You guys, you and your kids have the same stuff. I love that.
Wow.
Cool. Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
my
that's
mother
neat.
did too. I think all that era, all those mothers.
Oh, loved Elvis.
Loved Elvis. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, he was a phenomenon too, right? I mean, he was like ultra popular at the time.
Yeah.
And you were telling me like that movie Bye Bye Birdie was kind of like a parody on Elvis, right?
Yeah.
On his popularity. And it was like not until I watched that musical that I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Because
And
I
it's
wasn't
funny,
really around during
And
the time
Margaret
of
was
Elvis.
in it, and then she was in the movie with Elvis.
Oh, really?
Viva Las Vegas.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, so that
that's
was
great.
interesting. Yeah.
Oh wow. Well, one thing I thought was really interesting
Oh, that's cool, Nana.
that I wanted to ask you about is the lessons there. For example, Vera, you were
Very cool, Lori.
You were saying that in that life, Lisa Marie really took care of Elvis.
Very
so
much.
You were saying that.
Well, all of them, but then she really took care of him to not get taken advantage of whenever they were going to the different, because she saw how they would take advantage of him, because he just wanted to sing and he just wanted to bring food home, and so she started seeing like how people reacted to him and how they wanted him to come back, and she's like, oh no, so she became his manager kind of.
I see.
Yeah, and started taking care of
Wow.
him that way.
Well, that's interesting because she really protected him from being taken advantage
Yeah.
of. And then in this life, I'm sure it sounds like from what you're saying, she had this awareness of
That
like,
she was
okay,
being taken advantage
yeah,
of, yeah.
exactly. And so you were also saying that Elvis, because she took care of him in this life, that was kind of what he
Wanted to do
wanted
in
to
this
do.
life.
Do you felt that he accomplished that?
I think he did to a point, but then life happens and the drugs got in the way, and they weren't
Right.
together.
As long as
But I
maybe-
mean, talk about love.
yeah,
There was no love lost between the two of them when they were together. Yeah, but I still like. I think Laura. Somebody said she didn't seem very happy. There was that once her father died. There was like something.
Oh,
Yeah. But then also the other straw that broke the camel's back was her son dying. And that was it for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what. How do you ever recover
I
from
know.
something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. And as far as like with Nicolas Cage, you were saying also that his obsession in that life wasn't really that healthy because he was more so wanting to be Elvis because he loved him
Right.
so much.
Right.
But
So in this life, he changed it, and he had a passion, and he went on to do his
Yeah.
thing, but still had his love for Elvis.
Right. He
Yeah.
was able to still express that
Yeah,
through the movie or different things.
exactly.
But still get to pursue it, what fulfilled him and made him
Right.
feel like
Yeah, because I don't think
So
any of the
person.
band made it. There's something happened to the car.
I see.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that was an awesome story, and what a great
Yeah.
example of these past life interactions and people's connections, and how we come
Right.
back into life. Because then, of course, the next thing we all want to know is, okay, so what lives did they have before that one together,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Because
So-
it goes on and on and on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like a fabulous spiritual trail that we get to go down together.
yeah.
So, okay, Vera, was there anything else that you wanted to share?
Oh no, that was about it.
Wow. Aw, that's a really neat visual.
Yeah,
Elvis
isn't that-
singing with the angels.
I'm sure there's all kinds of concerts and everything on the other side.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because we still have what we love to do in life.
Yeah,
We still carry that into the other side, so it's pretty awesome.
yeah.
All right.
And there is concerts, there's lectures, there's all kinds, there's everything over there.
Mhm.
But we can't go until we're ready.
Yeah. All right. Well, we
Yeah.
want to thank. Was there anything else, Vera, that you saw?
I think Lori asked why her son chose to leave so abruptly. When you're depressed, you just feel sometimes that your people are better off without you, and it's just, you know, a decision that you don't have the faculties to really understand what you're going through, and you don't really want to talk to anybody because, you know, you don't think they understand what you're going through, kind of thing.
Right.
So
Isn't that the truth?
yeah,
I think we can all relate in some way.
yeah.
There's certain things that we don't want to, we feel like we have to figure it out for ourselves
Yeah.
before we even want to say it out
Yeah.
loud, right? Sometimes.
Yeah.
Always is different.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, that's it.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for next Saturday so we can find out about Jackie's birthmark that
Yay.
she's describing here. And we're really looking forward to seeing you all next week. And stay afloat if you're in California.
Don't forget your tiger eye.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're with you in spirit. And Vera?
Always. Journey with us. Oh.